Hello everybody, my name's Ben. Welcome to another episode of What Am I Doing With My Life? Today, we have Teferi. Now, cool thing is you see that sticker there? I didn't actually pay that for it, and I got it for a little bit less. It was 26 bucks at Walmart. And seeing as Teferi himself, not the oversized, but the regular card himself, he's sitting at about 25 bucks. So, already buying the deck, I pretty much made my money back. And, well, I'm not really buying it for money's sake, more or less because, well, Teferi's a pretty cool card. Or a pretty cool guy, actually. Or commander. Whichever. I mean, I think he's dead, but he's a planeswalker? Yeah. Anyway, I thought that I would open this all up for you guys, and maybe you enjoy it, maybe you don't. We'll find out. Yeah. Today's my birthday, too. Well, actually, it was yesterday, because now today's December 5th, but December 4th was my birthday, and, I figure I may as well treat myself, I guess. Buy another commander deck. Pretty con. I recently built my mono black deck, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, so maybe I could have some fun with mono blue. And by maybe, I think I definitely will, because I've got like a boatload. I can see that joke there. I got a boatload of blue spells just sitting around that I could just fill this up with. Yep. Anyway, let's take a look at all of this here. We got the fun oversized card. Look at that. Ain't he pretty? He sure is. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and open this all up. There's some pretty good stuff in this deck too. Like, I know there's a Thran Dynamo in here too. Frost Titan. It's not a particularly valuable card, but you know what? If you're playing blue, you want a Frost Titan. So that's a card that I'm actually pretty happy about getting in this deck. So, let's take a look here. I think the first couple of cards are going to be tokens and emblems. Yep. So, I got the Teferi emblem, fish, whale, kraken tokens, ape tokens, not anything really exciting. Zombie token on the other end there. The fish token, zombie on the other end. Kraken zombie. All that fun stuff. And then let's get into the meat of it. Let's see, islands, bunch of islands, bunch of islands, bunch of islands, bunch of islands. Okay, so we got Teferi, Temporal Mage. He's 4, double blue, for a planeswalker. His +1 ability is look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the other on the bottom of your library. His -1 is untap up to 4 target permanents, and his -10 is you get an emblem with you may activate loyalty abilities of planeswalkers you control on any player's turn, and any time you could cast an instant. And he can be your commander. Pretty cool. Really fun. Let's see. We've got Stitcher Gerwolf. He's a legendary human. Let's see. And he has pay 2 and a blue. Tap him. Each player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Exile up to 2 creature cards put into the graveyard this way. Put an XX blue zombie creature token onto the battlefield, where X is the total power of cards exiled this way. Pretty good. Let's see. Luthros, the Tide Maker. He's an 8/8 for 5 and triple blue, and he's a legendary octopus. And he says that whenever he attacks, you may pay 8. If you do, tap up to 8 target permanents. Those permanents don't untap during your controller's next untap phase. Or steps, rather. Pretty cool. Let's see, we've got Dulcet Sirens. It's a 1/3 for 2 and a blue for a Siren, and it has blue. Tap, target creature attacks this, target opponent this turn if able, and it has a morph for a blue, and yeah, you morph it. Reform. This guy's fun. It's a 0/1 for 3 and a blue, and it says that when it dies, put a 3/3 blue fish token onto the battlefield, and it says that when this creature dies, put a 6/6 whale creature token onto the battlefield, and when that dies, put a 9/9 blue kraken token onto the battlefield. He's fun. Let's see. Ixodron. Ixodron enters battlefield turn. All other non-token creatures face down. They become 2/2s. Ixodon's power and toughness are equal to the number of face-down creatures on the battlefield. Let's see. Storm Surge Kraken is a 5/5 for 3 and double blue. Hexproof and Lieutenant as long as you control your commander. It gets +2/+2 and has whenever it becomes blocked, you may draw 2 cards. Pretty cool. And here's the Frost Titan that I was talking about. And Frost Titan, whenever Frost Titan becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or that ability, and unless its controller pays 2. And whenever Frost Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, tap target permanent. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap phase. Lock the board down. Let's see. Sphinx of Dwar Island is a 5/5 Sphinx for 4 double blue and has Flying Shroud. And you may look at the top card of your library. Cool. Sphinx of the Magosi is a 6/6 Sphinx for 3 triple blue, and it has flying, and you pay, pay 2 in a blue, draw a card, then put a 1/1 counter on Sphinx of Magosi. Okay. Phyrexian Ingester, imprint for 3/3 beast. When he enters battlefield, you may exile target non-token creature, and then it gets +X/+Y, where X is the exiled creature's power and Y is its toughness. Blue removal. Sphinx of Uthin. Let's see, a 5/6 Sphinx for 5 double blue, and when he enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library, and the opponent separates those into 2 piles. Put one in your hand and the other into your graveyard. Factor Fiction on a stick. Pretty cool. Let's see, Hoverguard Sweepers, 6 for 6 double blue for a 5/6 that says that when it enters the battlefield, you may return 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. Bounce stuff, pretty good. Let's see, Breaching Leviathan is a 9/9 Leviathan for 7 and double blue. When he enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, tap all non-blue creatures. Those creatures don't untap during the controller's next untap phase. Deep Sea Kraken for 7 and triple blue, and it's a 6/6. It cannot be blocked, and it has to spend 9 for 2 and a blue. And whenever an opponent casts a spell, if Deep Sea Kraken is suspended, remove a time counter from it. Yeah, he's been used against me before. He's kind of 6/6 unblockable. Let's see, Infinite Reflection, enchant creature. It's an aura for 5 and a blue. When it enters the battlefield, attached creature. Let's see, each other non-token creature you control becomes a copy of the creature. Non-token creatures you control enter the battlefield as copies of enchanted creature. Okay, I guess. Well of Ideas is 5 and a blue for an enchantment that says when it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. At the beginning of each other player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. At the beginning of my draw step, I draw 2 additional cards. Pretty good. Let's see, Cyclonic Rift for 1 and a blue, and it says return target non-land permanent you don't control to its owner's hand. And then you can pay, it's overload, and it says when you do that, replace, let's see, by replacing target with each. Asymmetric board wipe. Always good. Crackling Counterpart. Put a token as a copy of target creature you control, and then it has flashback for 5 and double blue, and it's instant for 1 and double blue. Pretty good. Let's see. Domineering Whale. Can't talk. It's an instant, and it's 3 and a blue. Target player gains control of up to 3 target non-attacking creatures until the end of the turn. Tap those creatures. They block this turn if able. Okay. Intellectual Offering is 4 and a blue. Choose an opponent. You and that player draw 3 cards each and choose an opponent, and tap all non-land permanents you control and all other non-land permanents that player controls. It's political. Stroke of Genius is X, 2 and a blue, and it says target player draws X cards. Okay. Rite of Replication is, let's see, a sorcery for 2 and a blue, and it says kicker 5. Put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of that creature. If its kicker was paid, put 5 of those tokens onto the battlefield instead. That's a spicy card. Aether Gale is 3 and double blue, and it's a sorcery. Return 6 non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Distorting Wake is X, triple blue for a sorcery. Return X target non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Good. Okay. Let's see. Steel Hellkite. It's 5/5. Pay X and blow stuff up. Okay. Sapphire Medallion. Let's see. Blue spell you cast costs 1 less to cast. Okay. Crown of Doom. Whenever a creature attacks, you or a planeswalker you control gets plus. Whenever it attacks you, it gets +2/+0 until the end of the turn, and you can pay 2. Target player gains other. This artifact is really weird. You give it to somebody else. You don't want to have it on the field. You give it to somebody else, and then it encourages them to attack them, I guess. I don't know. Nivrel's Disc. It's 4. Comes in tapped, and then you pay 1, and you can tap it to blow everything up. What is this? Let's see. Coral Atoll. Enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you return an untapped island you control to its owner's hand. And then it says tap. Add 1 and a blue to your mana pool. The ever popular Ghost Quarter. Oh, what happened to my lonely sandbar? It's bent. Enters battlefield tapped, and then you can cycle it for a blue and draw a card. Yeah, draw a card. Feh. Let's see. Myriad Landscape. It enters battlefield tapped. You can tap it to add 1 color to your mana pool, or pay 2, sacrifice it, and search your library for 2 basic land cards that share a land type and put them out of the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. Strictly better. Falling Wilds? Yeah, sorry. Remote Island, another cycle land. Tectonic Edge. 1, and it adds 1 colorless to your mana pool, and then you can pay 1 and sacrifice it. Destroy target non-basic land. Activate this ability only if an opponent controls 4 or more lands. Let's see. Zoic Cavern. It's a land that taps for colorless, and then you can morph it, which is actually kind of hilarious. Like, one of my buddies, he actually plays this, and what he likes to do is he will morph it onto the battlefield, leave it as a 2/2, right? And then he leaves it as a blocker. You go to attack, he blocks with it, and then in response, before damage can be dealt, he flips it over and morphs it. It becomes a land, and it doesn't die. It's like, surprise, land, bitches. Let's see. I should feel bad about that joke. I do. Oh well. Who cares? Azure Mage is 1 in a blue, and it says pay 3 in a blue, draw a card. It's not even a tap ability. Pretty good. Pretty good, yeah. Yeah. Fathom Seer is a 1/3 for 2 in a blue, or 1 in a blue. You can morph it onto the battlefield, and then when you morph it, you return 2 islands to your hand, and when it is turned face up, draw 2 cards. Yeah. Fog Bank. Let's see. Defender flying for 0/2. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to Fog Bank. Yeah. Willbender. Let's see. It's 1/2 for 2. Excuse me. When he's turned face up, change the target of a spell or ability with a single target. Very limited usage there. Riptide Survivor is a human wizard. Don't know how. It's 2/1 for 3. 2 in a blue. It has morph, and you pay 1 in double blue to flip it. When he's turned face up, discard 2 cards and draw 3 cards. Okay. Seagate Oracle, when he enters battlefield, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, and the other on the bottom of your library. Okay. Shaper Parasite is 1 in double blue for morph. Let's see, 2 in a blue. When he is turned face up, target creature gets +2, -2, or -2, +2 until the end of the turn. What? Okay. What is that? That's just really dumb. Mall Drifter is an elemental, 2/2 elemental for 4 in a blue. It has flying, and when he enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. Or you can evoke him for 2 in a blue. Draw cards. And a 2/2. Draw cards. And a 2/2. Let's see. Brian Elemental is 4 and double blue for a 5/4, and he has morph. And when he is turned face up, each opponent skips his or her next untap phase. Untap step. Can't talk. Cannot talk. Poop for mouth. Poop mouth. Fool's Demise is 4 and a blue. Enchanted creature. When an enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. When Fool's Demise is put into the graveyard, return Fool's Demise to its owner's hand. Pongify. Oh, how I love Pongify. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. Its controller puts a 3/3 green ape onto the battlefield. It's like rapid hybridization. Into the Royal is 1 in a blue for a instant that has kicker 1 in a blue. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If it was kicked, draw a card. Okay. Turn 2 Frog. Let's see. Instant until the end of the turn, creature loses all abilities and becomes a blue frog with base power and toughness 1/1. Blue trick. Exclude is an instant that is 2 in a blue. Counter target creature spell. Draw a card. Okay. Dismiss. 2 2 and double blue, counter target spell. Draw a card. Okay. Call to mind, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Useful. Okay. Compulsive research, 2 and a blue. For sorcery, target player draws 3 cards, then that player discards 2 cards unless he or she discards a land card. Okay. Concentrate, 2 double blue, draw 3 cards. It's Harmonize. Rush of Knowledge. Let's see. Draw cards equal to the highest converted mana cost among permanents you control. For sorcery. Pretty good. Artisan du Kozlik. It's a 10-9 for 9, and when he enters the battlefield, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's one of those cards where you're like, hey, that looks playable in Commander. And then you put it in there, and then it never actually does anything. Not a big fan. I mean, I like it, but I don't. Let's see. Everflowing Chalice is an artifact for 0, and it has multi-kicker 2. And then for each time that it was kicked, you put a counter on it, and you can tap it to add 1 mana to your mana pool for each charge counter on it. Tormod's Crypt is a artifact for 0, and you can tap it, sacrifice it, and exile all cards from target player's graveyard. Love this card. Soul Ring. Everybody knows what Soul Ring does. Cost 1, put it out, tap it, add 2. Mind Stone, you pay 2, and you tap that, add 1, and you can pay 1 and tap it, sacrifice it to draw a card. Sky Diamond is an artifact that comes in for 2, and it comes in tapped, and then you can tap it for blue. Swiftfoot Boots, Command Sphere, taps for any color, and you can sacrifice it, draw a card. Unstable Obelisk is an artifact for 3, and it taps for 1, you pay 7, sacrifice it, destroy a permanent. Worn Power Stone is an artifact for 3. It's a fixed Soul Ring. Assault Suit. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has haste. Can't attack you or planeswalkers you control, and then you throw it around the board. Cause some chaos. Thran Dynamo is 4 for an artifact that taps for 3 colorless. Pretty good. Urgolem's Eye, 4, taps for 2. And Dreamstone Hedron. It's 6 for an artifact, taps for 3. And then I think you pay 3, sacrifice it, draw 2 cards. Draw 3. Draw 3. Draw 3 cards. Okay. Well, anyway. Thanks for watching. That's the 2014 Teferi deck. There's some good stuff in here. There's some not some good stuff in here. Overall, it's Commander. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, like it on YouTube and subscribe, maybe. I mean, I'm kind of trying to do this more semi-annually. Mostly I'm doing it today because a deck caught my eye, and Teferi himself is sitting at like $25, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Share it with your friends if you like my content too. That'd be great. Thanks. Bye, guys. Yeah, this is embarrassing. I can't find the off button. Oh, there it is. Bye.